I like Lashrak. I've been thinking quite a lot, like how to deal damage, because Wyvern is super popular. Doing this Cold Embrace, like what is the best ability? I think Lashrak is the answer.
There's a Salve, Stick, and Fairy Fire. Tons of burst regen there for the Phoenix. Perfectly fine to get away from DY.
Toronto Tokyo on the mid lane. I think I'm going to be saying a lot of Toronto Tokyo because I love the nickname, best nickname. Exactly. We've seen in a while. Poyo.
Yeah, he's already used his Time Walk. A good bit of damage from Collapse, but the turnaround battle there. Poyo secures the first blood onto the Mars, and DY chipping away at Mira. Yeah, I guess the good side is Lashrak, if he's got his spells on already and gets doomed, he's still going to be doing damage. Spectre, kind of a similar story as well, right?
Oh.
As they will go for that tier 1 top. I mean, yeah.
Farming a big stack in the jungle, like Lashrak could have potentially invaded that. This is where dire Lashrak.
The Chrono. Yeah, Vici defending that top tower. They catch out the Lash inside the Chrono, but the Mars Arena and the defense of the Lash turn around with a Cold Embrace there, healing him up. Looks like he's tanky enough for this burst damage from that Purifying Flames, and the Pulse Nova finally bring him down. PYW takes the Lashrak in that 1-for-1 trade of the mid laners. Good dodge on the cookie by Collapse as well. PYW getting tracked back here. There's got to rebuke and the spear. Fortune's End and the Horn comes in. They do try and throw the Doom towards them. The kiss is cancelled out though, and this Spectral Horn causing some severe issues here. Still holding Doom, doesn't get a target to go on.
Centaur that uses Stampede, so he needs to be prioritized. Same goes for the Darkseer. If you do with someone else, there's going to be a Surge, runs away from the team fight.
And Team Spirit still need a bit more time. You know, they're not really hitting their timings just yet in comparison to that Doombringer. Spectre still needs to pick up her items as that's the jump. Hold 11 gets it off onto the Lashrak. A Curse even going to hold him in place as well. The False Promise very unlikely to keep this Lash alive through all of this burst damage. Oh my god, he still had what, 300 HP remaining, and a deny. Miposhka with a slide deny coming out of the arena. Spear Supernova in the back. They burst through PYW. Team Spirit, they've turned this one right on its head. Collapse. He wants a little bit more here, but Oracle jumped on by old 11. The Doom.
11 is tanky.
He's incredibly tanky, but the Sunray with that percentage-based damage under the spear. There's a final Cold Embrace here. DUI saving the day yet again while the Phoenix Dragontail stunned. The raindrops not enough. Didn't get his wand off.
Oh,
Collapse still battling with old 11. The Doom goes in for round 5.
Put under Cold Embrace, you burn their mana, so you have to think about that. It might sound stupid, but so far in this tournament, Wyvern seemed like one of the strongest picks for sure, especially when you decide to max it out. The Talent, the Holy Locket on top of it, Arena.
Catch the Void, and another Haunt comes in, the burst damage. That Purifying Flames, I mean, Lashrak TP'd in there, but it didn't feel like he was really necessary.
Whenever he's playing a saving hero, and so far it has worked out great. Not just that, he's involved in 8 kills. Is that correct? Out of 6. Very nice.
How's that possible? Oh, a great spear back from Collapse. Straight into that Split Earth. Take down the DK, and with a catapult here, they could finish off this tier 1 at long last.
Not necessarily. I've seen Dooms taking over the game so many times. I feel very comfortable. You have Dragonite, who scales nicely. You have Faceless Void once he gets his items. Gonna feel good. You have Curse to reset the fights. They have so much scaling on their side. I want to see Snapfire being able... Oh, Hooky bottom.
Ah, they jump Mira. Hooky into DK. Phoenix not standing a chance there. No defensive items. Has the Veil. A couple of raindrop charges, but nowhere near enough to survive. Philosopher's Stone grabbed up by Mira as well now. So that shard into Aghanim Scepter gonna come reasonably soon. Do you like this kind of Phoenix build here? Veil into Shard into Ag Scepter. Oh, hang on a second. They've doomed up the Mars. Miposhka is just behind Collapse here. Has the False Promise ready, but he's just pumping heals into him. And you're right, the Chrono lands for the 6th Split Earth. Predicting the move. Miposhka's still going to get picked off by Poyo. And old 11 slamming him with the Infernal Blade, but they've kept Collapse alive. Kisses come in, but Toronto Tokyo has broken DY and the Arena Spear there. All thanks to Miposhka's sacrifice. Find the Faceless Void, burst him down, and a beautiful fight from Team Spirit. Oracle did buy back for this, but the Horn jump catches out the Snapfire.
That Split Earth from Lashrak actually what's keeping them in this game. Buys a bit more time. They can't focus the Mars. Another good save coming out from Miposhka. Give this first Aegis to Toronto Tokyo. Like, second one should belong to Spectre, but Spectre doesn't feel killable at the moment. So yeah, he will be the one picking it up. Interesting build by Doom. I like it. Aghanim Scepter. Just a casual plate mail to, you know, have some extra defense against Lashrak's Edict, a ton of physical damage coming out from the Mars and Spectre.
So the Axe is for the break?
Axe is a break, yeah. Break the Spectre, but you need someone else to jump the Oracle. Like, they need to be able to get on top of Oracle. Good spear
There's
back.
that initiation again. PYW cookies the DK. And the Doom comes out. There's a Supernova though with a Sun Ray healing up Collapse. The Kiss is landing. These lava globules destroying the Mars. As Toronto Tokyo's gone in pretty wild there. Aegis reclaimed, and they do haunt forward. Chrono from Poyo though, onto 3 of them. Miposhka, he walks into the bubble. They can't heal him up, but the man's dodge now. The false promise comes in time. Clutch move from Miposhka, saves the Spectre. All they'll lose is the Mars.
Yeah, I don't think you go on Lashrak with the Doom. If you can surprise him, stun him before... Oh, they go in one more time.
They do have a DD still on Poyo here, but he doesn't want to jump forward. Winter's Curse in the back lines as Ori slain by Yatoro Spectre.
Phoenix is just ignoring him.
They don't get a kill, and Oracle gonna wand himself up to half HP again. Old 11, Cold Embrace, but the magic burst. Toronto Tokyo dominating.
Oh, he's still chasing.
He wants DUI. He wants DUI real bad. He's got Split Earth ready. Lightning Storm sets it up for him. And again, that Pulse Nova just shredding through these Vici Gaming heroes.
That was a weird interaction, Gary, because Phoenix was using Sunray and completely ignored the Winter's Curse that was placed. Because Lashrak deals still more damage than Spectre in the fights whenever he goes in. With the Shiva's Guard, with that Kaya Sanj amplifying the damage. I like the pairing. I always talked about how Lashrak plus Oracle is a great pairing where you kind of prioritize false promise on him.
Collapse
There's the BKB.
is just so good with those Lotus Orbs and the egg inside the Chronosphere. Oh, they don't have a way to defend it. Poyo is going to hammer down onto Mira, while on the bottom side of the fight, Collapse forced back by the Kisses and Ori's DK. Yatoro on a mega kill streak though, and he does bring down DY. Vici Gaming spend all of their ultimates. They get a 2-for-1 trade, they reset, but it still feels like Team Spirit in control of this part of the map.
Yeah.
The Team Spirit right now.
I don't think they can take the fight.
Loss.
Without the ultis, you check the right top corner, only one green light available, and that's one on Wyvern.
Oh, very easy tier 1 take, but Vici Gaming are looking to mount a defense of their tier 2.
It's 3 hits pretty much, if you count in the double hit from the Echo Saber straight away, and you get like 1 extra hit during the TP, maybe even 2.
That's true.
So yeah, I think
guaranteed bash.
100% bash chance right there.
Oh, Poyo gets a stack charge on him thanks to this DK stun. They move on to Toronto Tokyo, and beautiful BKB allows him to keep fighting. The Chrono there, catching Miposhka, the Oracle again, the target they desire. Bashing onto Phoenix now, and Mira's blown up. PYW on a killing spree. Now move on towards the Spectre, who's doomed. Ori there with a splash damage, and 3 heroes slain so quickly. The 4th one of the game, Toronto Tokyo caught up between 2 massive dragons. The Wyvern and the DK.
They'll try to TP out. Curse will stop it.
Collapse will slip away from danger, but the remainder of his team dead to rights as Toronto Tokyo is caught here. Not a chance of escape. Aegis down, and I only feel like the second life is going to be taken as well. Collapse, what's he up to? The Mars wants to save the Lashrak here?
I don't think he can. Like, Dragonite is a bit too tanky. Faceless Void now going in with that Mjolnir on him. So many procs coming out from it. I'm pretty surprised they didn't do it. They put the Aegis on Lashrak, which I think is a pretty bad move. Doom, he actually gives away Timeless Relic. I think he's just gonna be using both of these. Smoke himself with the Ninja Gear and then use Timeless Relic, because Timeless Relic is too good.
Oh, look who they found! Don't even need to use the Chrono for it. They're haunting into this though, Team Spirit. Supernova Sunray, Poyo, time walks away. PYW saved by the curse as well.
That's a great reset.
Tokyo resets the fight beautifully. And Poyo just time walking out of the grasp of Yatoro. Old 11 still has the jump catch with the DK stun, and they'll find the Lashrak with a Kisses landing. Sure, you've cheesed up. He's got a Bloodstone and a False Promise though. The comeback from the Oracle saves them as a defensive Chrono.
Yeah, Poyo forced to use a defensive Chrono there. He got chased by a Spectre.
If they hex up the Faceless Void, they could blow up Poyo quite easily with their burst damage.
They could. They have enough damage.
And Roshan being alive means Team Spirit, they pop into the pit. Toronto Tokyo starts it off.
Chrono in 25.
Don't have it just yet, but Poyo, he's been juked around and hexed. All the chain stuns are coming. Poyo, the cold embrace and the cookie, saves the Faceless Void. Vici Gaming are able to keep him alive, and the DK, he's got his BKB coming.
They can hit it.
Try and focus it down. The egg is destroyed. Scrambled eggs for Mira there as it buys back on the Phoenix. But in come the kisses, and Old 11 has secured the kill on the Spectre. Dead for a minute and a half, and Vici Gaming running rampant now through the team fight. Spearing an illusion collapses, unable to save Toronto Tokyo. Poyo kept up and running by the cold embrace. Time Walk rewind. A dive from the Phoenix, and the Chrono coming in. Poyo has it ready at long last. Time Walk the rest of the damage off, and Vici Gaming with a stunning team fight.
Here comes the cold embrace from the Winter Wyvern on top of Holy Locket, pretty much healing him to almost full HP, and now he's gonna be the one picking up that Aghanim Scepter. Yeah, this might be the game. I just don't feel that the Team Spirit has enough damage. They're gonna go for the throne. They want to end this game right here, right now.
Fuel tank empty. Check engine light is on for Team Spirit because Vici Gaming starting to drive this one home. Tier 4's crumbling. A buyback from Toronto Tokyo, though, should give them some semblance of control around their Tier 4s.
Vici Gaming, they're an experienced team. They like instantly go back when one buyback is used. They go for the barracks. They go for the second set of barracks. Their decision-making in the late game has been on point during the Season 2. Let's see what they can do to this Dragon Knight.
Oh, a spear couple. Cookie on Poyo. Dragon Knight is being pummeled here, but the Winter's Curse onto collapse means that Vici Gaming once again able to reset and launch the kisses forward. Look at that, lava landing onto the ledge. Collapse has to buy back. Toronto Tokyo has a bit of a save behind him. False promise and the heals landing. PYW cookies out of the arena, and a cold embrace there onto Ori. Make sure everything's fine. He'll respawn up. Faceless Void stunned down to that respawn, and the horn forward. Yatoro wants to keep chasing in. A good spear again, but the cold embrace so powerful allows Old 11 to rejoin the battle. Doom up the Spectre. Poyo rewalk into the fight and clear them up one by one. No more Lesh, no more Spectre, and it is GG, game over, with Old 11 getting an ultra kill to close it out.
Yeah, once Old 11 shows up with the full toolkit in that fight, the double refresher, double doom being used, it looked like they might still take a fight, but then the heal kicks in, a Satanic on Dragon Knight, everyone's full HP, very hard.
Yep, here we are, Team Spirit, one game away from elimination from the major Lacoste, and this draft, it looks quite interesting. We're at the Sven last pick. That Invoker, I think Team might be right, going Exort could be a good idea. They've got to get a lot out of this Sven with the Grimstroke, that Inkswell combo that Panel was mentioning. Invoker does go Quas level 1, so we'll see if he goes Quas Wex early and then transitions later into Exort, because it would have been nice to see some Sunstrike kills early on in this lane stage as they do get a two-man Stormhammer. In comes Yatoro, the cold snap on the DK, and a great pickoff. Old 11 immediately dispatched with by Team Spirit, and that's how you want to start your lane stage when you need to win. Why is he grinning? But yeah, PYW now bounty rune, has boots up, should be able to get away a bit of distance there from any kind of go. Nice tank of the arrow by DY. Likely going to be dying himself, but he keeps Poyo alive and he's allowed to spin himself.
AA needs to be careful. I don't think he needed to block that arrow. Poyo should be okay. He got a healing salve on AA plus a healing ward, so that would bring him back to full HP. Bottom lane, a lot of harassment coming out onto Yatoro's Sven.
Oh, look
Another
at that.
arrow.
Mira, a spear arrow just so beautifully setting up on the Juggernaut, knowing that Spin was on cooldown, going for it in his mid lane. They do have this X-Mark with the boat, dodging the tornado, cold snap, keeps him in place. Down just a bit lacking though into the Quas regen of Toronto Tokyo.
Miposhka is always ready for these TP rotations. Whenever he feels that his mid lane is threatened, PYW, there's the stun.
There we go, catch the Invoker. Toronto Tokyo wasn't expecting that. Good rotation from PYW. Something Grimstroke's usually pretty good at in this support role is clearing out waves. Similar to the Treant, the Keeper of the Lights of the world, you just spam Stroke of Fate. Clear out the creep waves, make sure the tower push doesn't come, but when you're against the Dragon Knight who just does raw structural damage, it can be worrisome as they do arena spear him, trying to stop this push coming in. On 11, caught up with the Inkswell, chain stun to perfection, and even Toronto Tokyo arriving to try and gather up some of that spilled out XP and gold. I think the Invoker wasn't there for damage or moral support or anything. I think he TP bottom to try and get the last hit. He's going straight into Hand of Midas, so no phase boots, no urn, no drums, straight towards this scaling item on a Quaswex Invoker.
Yeah, very greedy.
They do get a catch. AMP is going to burn through the majority of DK's mana pool, but a Light Strike Array boat connecting means Mars is now the target, stuck in between Vici Gaming's heroes. Mirana TPing. That's quite aggressive. Front lining into the chain stuns, and Vici Gaming get another one. Freebie handed to them. Level 6 is on the supports. They've got Armlet Kunkka. DK's ready with his treads and his soul ring. And they can actually move out and look to smoke gank.
Is he really going for it? I see Echo Saber on Kunkka.
Oh, that's interesting. They've got his X-Mark boat straight in towards Collapse, spinning towards the Mars. They'll Laguna blade him down, sent to oblivion. Echo Saber in towards BKB, or whatever you want from that. As Vici Gaming ready themselves for a mid lane push. Toronto, Tokyo, sat in that mid lane, starts to get back into the exort. Cold snap forward, but a DK blink stun. Ice blast onto the Invoker as well. Torrent connecting, they've dusted him up and finishing him with a Laguna blade.
Yeah, Torrent Tokyo, he gets brought down easily. It's just a Dragon Tail stun.
Do they want to fight this? God's Strength always held in place. Great Light Strike Array. The arrow connecting into the back though as Poyo front lines. Omni Slash slicing into the Sven. They've soloed him.
He didn't get the Warcry off.
Perfectly targeted by Vici Gaming. And then Poshka's going to fall immediately after. Collapse and Mirror. Try an Arena Spear. Ancient Apparition, the only target they can go for. And that X-Mark.
One leap left.
Not paying off into the Torrent, but Old 11 there yet again. He starts the fight with a blink stun and bloody well he ends it with one.
This is a great fight for Vici Gaming. Juggernaut needs 1,000 gold to finish off his Battle Fury. It's still going to be a decent time in like 14 and a half, 15 minutes Battle Fury on top of the phase boots, magic wand, a lot of small items invested, so a bit delayed.
It honestly feels like, this is another game where Vici have a great amount of catch, kill, and destruction. Here we see it coming into play against Collapse.
Like, even if you play with Lina only, they're showing on the map, you still have enough time to land a big AA blast once Dragon Knight initiates. They can also, like, get another big fight, turn that into Roche easily.
So every kill that Spirit can get, vitally important, especially onto their cores. PYW, though, with Boots of Travel on this Lina, Windlace as well, incredibly speedy. My goodness, just walks it off. Now Yatoro dragged into the Torrent. Good disarm out of the Deafening Blast, but Sven, he's still trapped here. Old 11 with a stun out, and Poyo comes in to allow Ori to take him down.
Will clean him up. Very aggressive, very greedy build coming out from PYW's Lina. Boots of Travel. I think he can afford to go for it.
In this situation, I was going insane.
Yeah, allows them to play the side lanes much more active with the Dragon. Like, you see one hero, suddenly there could be Lina, someone initiating from the fog.
That is really clever as well. I mean, that's a blink stun. We'll come back in a second as they do Ice Blast into Mirror. I mean, Poshka with the Ink Swell connected onto two of them, but the boat. The Coco's Rum will buff them up, and Poyo's Healing Ward will allow them to sustain this easily. Another catch there from PYW. Toronto Tokyo out of mana, but he runs back behind his tower. All thanks to that Moonlight Shadow, which Team Spirit will use to disengage. Echo Saber against Phantom's Embrace, though.
Yeah, the double hit against it. It's nice, but I believe he's just going to disassemble it, as I mentioned, get a BKB from it, and also get Orchid after the BKB.
Man, you step just an inch too far forward, and Old 11 is there, ready to catch you. Make you pay, and the punishment continues. Vici Gaming find another kill.
Good X-Mark. Poyo also blocks the arrow. He needs this Aghanim Scepter. I don't think they should be taking the fights. Try to maybe get a pick off with the 3 other heroes. You have 1 point in Exort, so you need to start putting more in it. You're a bit under-leveled. Sven.
Dead yet again.
Looks very dead.
Escape. Again, the execution coming in from Vici Gaming. It's sublime. They find the hero, cast their spells perfectly.
You have 1 BKB done. Dragon Knight just needs 50 gold after finishing the Roshan. So buy time, shopkeeper, please. How much is 1 hour? We need to buy sometimes. Maybe not an hour, but we need like 15 minutes.
Give us time, please. Oh, these wards.
I was about to say this.
These wards, man.
Scouting them out.
All the lanes.
When they're getting out of the lane, when they're trying to outpush one of the lanes.
Because he's literally de-warded everything. He's kept all of his observer wards up, the top lane, back in his own triangle. And yeah, there's nothing out there from the Radiant side. There's one down bottom there, we can see. Just gonna scout out the Ancient Apparition. So the vision for Collapse opens it up on DY. Gets a Vortex and a cold feet. Torrent misses, but Ori is arriving in with PYW, and Collapse can't finish off DY.
That raindrop keeping him alive. Casual fluffy hat has Urn of Shadows on top of it. Aegis regeneration kicking in.
And this map becomes incredibly small. If they can get that D ward. Oh, they smoke under dire vision. They know. And look at that preemptive blink torrent from Ori to catch out the blink target. Spear whips out inside the arena. Good soulbind, but the BKBs are up for Vici Gaming, so they just slaughter Collapse. And Yatoro, he's got TP at the ready. Miposhka might be caught here. Light Strike Array threads the needle between the two of them.
That was so close. Could have been a disaster if PYW catches him with the Yule Scepter. Still very close to level 18. Let's see if he wants to wait to get that level 18 before the Dragon Form or not. Wants to put some more pressure on the tower, so he's gonna get it on top of the Davion scale, the neutral item that he's holding.
There's nothing stopping them. They're just diving behind onto Toronto Tokyo. It gets blown up completely. Buyback out of the Invoker, but your racks are still under pressure. Vici Gaming just destroying these structures so quickly with a catapult wave behind them.
A buyback from Toronto Tokyo will set it back quite hard in terms of getting the items. This might be it, Gary. I don't know if they have enough items. They still didn't use their BKBs.
They've got to try. They've got to try. Blink Spear, Cataclysm comes in, down a half HP. They're trying to burst through him so quickly, and they get him with a deafening blast. Ori's gone. But Yatoro trading out as Old 11 and Poyo move towards Mira. Oh, hello, another arena. Where's the spear? Got to be back. Healing ward down. They can't find it just yet. Collapse will take down the healing, and Poyo is going to spin back to safety. The right clicks aren't enough while the dieback on the Invoker. Great Laguna Blade catch, and the Omni Slash, there's the second one, finds Collapse, a triple for Poyo, and PYW picks up the double.
It is. They call it. They call it, Gary.
They only had one fight left.
Not even sweating in this one. This is the Vici Gaming that I expected to see. Maybe not the greatest performance in some of the games. I've been praising their support duo, PYW and DY, throughout the second season. Now they look back